Hello everyone, welcome to Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles, and today's video will be on a classic Sudoku created by Siyuan Luo for the Sudoku GP round 4. I remember this classic creating quite some trouble for me during the contest, but eventually I guessed through it and finished the Sudoku. But imagine my surprise when I was talking to Ashish the other day and he told me that he had to use 2 swordfishes to get through this classic. And I was like, oh no, in GP Sudokus, you shouldn't be using swordfishes to get to complete it. But still, I gave it a go after that, and I noticed that it doesn't require more than basic techniques, but which are very, very difficult to see. It's not so easy to see at all. And imagine solving this during the contest with timer constraints. It's even more harder to see. So I'll try to take you through the exact solve path, but before that I request you to give the Sudoku a try and feel for yourself how hard this classic Sudoku is, and then come back and watch the video. And I thank the author Siyuan Luo for creating such a wonderful Sudoku for the Sudoku Grand Prix contest that took place on World Puzzle Federation website. So let's start the Sudoku now. Classic rules apply. Each row, each column. Let me move my mic a bit. And 3 by 3 box in the grid has digits 1 to 9 without any repetitions. And before I start the Sudoku, if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please do so now. Subscribe to the channel, so we'd really be grateful. Right, let's start the Sudoku now. Before I show you the cutthroat solve path, let's do some basic stuff, because no one can see the exact intended pairs or triplets or whatever right at the beginning. You always need to do some base work at the start before you can start seeing things, right? So there is a 3 in row 5, 3 in column 1, so which means I can place 3s in here, so that gives 3s in here. And you can do some more work with the 3s, although I don't think that would really help. And in box 6 there are so many places for 3s, so not much. Okay, I think we can do some stuff with the 5s, right? Corner marking. So this is usually what we do at the start of a Sudoku. Just do some basic marking here. 5s in rows 1 and 2, that gives 5 here. 5 in columns 7, 9, so that gives 5 here, and 5 isn't in row 9 box 8, so which means 5 must be in these 4 cells. Okay, so again, nothing much. So far we have not even started the Sudoku in the sense that got a full digit. Okay, 8 is not in these 3 cells. 8 isn't in row 4, so 8 goes in one of these cells. And that gives 8 in here. Again, not much. So you can see this area is totally vacant, and 5 cells or rather 5 digits are ruled out straight away, which are 2, 3, 5, 6 and 7. So these would take 1, 4, 8 and 9. So at first glance you might be inclined to do all these things, but these are all absolutely not needed. So the start to the Sudoku is seeing this beautiful pair right here. There is an 8, 7 here, and there is an 8, 7 in row 8. So which means that leaves us exactly 2 cells for the 7, 8. Now I was wondering why it would take so much time to spot this pair, and I could not come with any concrete reason. Maybe because we were so keen on putting all these pencil marks that it's easy to miss such things unless you write candidates extensively. But of course, a purist classic Sudoku solver, right? By purist I mean one who doesn't make that many pencil marks, would have been able to spot this in a better manner, right? So 7, 8 goes in here. Excellent. So this is the first thing that we do in the Sudoku. Okay, so let's move on. So now these 2 cells are 4, 6 and 9. can't be 1, 2, 5, 7 or 8, so 4, 6, 9. Excellent. Right. So the next thing to see is, you can see that 2 in row 8 must be in these two cells, and 4 in box 9 cannot be here, so it is in these three cells. So basically we have got a triplet, one which doesn't come right away like this. In row 9 you have 2, 4, 5, but in column there is no 2. But because 2 is in this area and 4, 5 is also forced into this area, so we have a triplet, 3 digits in there, which must be 2, 4, 5, right? So they form a triplet. Excellent. So is this giving me something more? 5 goes here, 2 goes here, which I had marked already. So nothing again, right? No more digits. And so far, remember, not even a single digit in the Sudoku. That is fascinating. Look at this 6. 6 in column 5 must go in one of these two cells. So again, we are doing back to doing basic stuff. Okay, so the next thing to see is a very difficult deduction. If the deductions weren't, which we had made, weren't difficult enough already. So where does the 3 go in box 9? It must be in, right, in either row 7 or row 9. And in box 7, it is in row 7 or row 9. So in row 8, it must be in one of these two cells. But 3 doesn't go here. So 3 has to be here. The first digit in the Sudoku. A very difficult one. So it would definitely have tricked many solvers. I can imagine many solvers struggling at this classic. There is not even a single digit that you can place easily. You have to work around to get this digit. And that 3 forces 3 in here. Excellent. Which forces 3 in one of these two cells. Okay, so 3 is not in here, which means 3 is somewhere in this area. Now look at column 7. 3 must be in one of these cells. Okay. So what do I do next? Yeah, just carrying on the work that we did earlier. But before I move on to that, let's do some basic stuff again. 1 must be in one of these two cells. Just Sudoku. And now look at row 8 again. Row 8 is the main area that we need to look at. 6, where does the 6 go? 6 is not in here, which means 6 must be in one of these two cells, which we weren't able to do earlier, right? So it all just pulled towards that deduction. So 6 is in one of these two cells, which means in column 7, 6 cannot be here. 6 is not here, 6 is not here, so 6 goes here. What a reduction, guys, what a reduction. So that forces 5 in this cell, and that 5 gives a 5 here. Excellent. Now 6 is in these two cells, we get a 3, 6 pair. Okay, so where does the 7 go now? 7 isn't here, 7 isn't here, so 7 goes here. And now 4 is not here, so 4 goes here, and which means these would be a 2, 8 pair. Excellent. Look how beautifully the Sudoku moves, guys. Getting the starting few digits is like, cranking up an old engine. Doesn't start at all. You have to keep on cranking it up until it just, kind of gets oiled enough and digits just start flowing. Very tough to get the starting digits. Okay, let's move on. So 2 doesn't go here. 2 must be in these cells, and that gives 8 here, a 2 here. Okay, so now these can be filled. 2, 4 and 9. 4 doesn't go here, 2 doesn't go here, and these will be now 1 and 8. Let's put that in. These would be 4 and 7. So 1, 8, 9, and you can see in column 3 there is a 1, 8 already, so that will be a 9, and these would be a 1 and 8. So we are well and truly on our way to completing the Sudoku. And now in column 3, 3, 4 or the left out digits. 4 is in here, so that's a 3, that's a 4, that gives a 6, 9 pair. Okay, now let's look at row 8. 1, 6, 9, 3, 7, 8. So I need 2, 4, and 5. And you have 2, 4 in this box. That's a 5, which means that's a 5. And these would be a 2 and a 4. And this 3 here gives me a 3. Okay. And 3, 5, 7, 2, 4, 8, 9. So 6 and 1 are the left out digits in that column. So that's a 1. And that is a 6. These would be 1, 8, which means 1 goes here and 8 goes here. Okay. So 8 here resolves this pair which we made at the very start of the Sudoku. Okay. 6 is not here. 6 goes here. This would be a 9. And 1 and 7 have to go here. 7, 1. And that resolves this 1, 8. And 5 in column 6 now has to be here. 8 in box 5 goes here by Sudoku. So these, look at this column. 4 and 9 are the left out digits. 4 goes here, 9 goes here. So this will be a 2, 9 pair. And you have a 9. That's a 2, that's a 9. So 2 in here goes here. 1, 4, and 7. No 4, no 1, and no 7. Excellent. 7 here resolves this pair. 7 and 4. 8 and 1 can be resolved. 8 and 1. Look at this column. 2, 7, 4, 5, 8. So I need 1, 3, 6, and 9. I have 1, 3, 6 in row 5. This would be a 9. And that resolves that. 9 and 6. So 1, 3 pair. Right, let's put that in. And these are 2, 4, and 6. And no 2 in row 6. No 6 and no 4. Okay, let's look at row 5 and see where the 8 goes. It's to be here. Now what? 9 in row 6 has to be here. Now 4, resolve this up. 4, 2. 3, 6, and 7 in column 8, right? Those can't be. 3, 6 in row 5, so that would be a 7, which means that's 4, that's 2, that is 6, that's 4. 4 gives a 1, a 7, 1 gives a 3 here, a 1 here, 2, 3, 6. So this is a 6. That's a 6, that's a 3, that's a 3, and that's a 2. And with that, we've completed this really excellent classic Sudoku by Siyuan Luo. Since I started going to the exact intended solve path, this might appear easy, but if you had given the Sudoku a go earlier, you would have realized that it's not easy finding those starting deductions, especially getting the 3 in row 8 and then seeing that 6 in column 3 has to be here. Wow, those weren't simple or easy to see. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you soon again with a classic or something else better, something better. So stay tuned. Bye bye.